Today, Sidegig Guy takes his car to the dealership.
Hey everybody, Sidegig Guy here. Have you ever wondered if you're getting ripped off at the dealership? If you've gone to the car dealership and they've recommended something like an engine induction service or new tires for your vehicle and you're just not sure if you should get it, maybe an alignment or something like that. Well, recently I took my car in to get serviced. It had 35,000 miles on it, and the dealership asked for a lot of things to be done to the car. Now, I guess what the dealership didn't know is that I've got cameras all over in my car. There's cameras on the driver's side that film me. There's cameras on the passenger side that film out into the world, and all of these cameras pick up audio. In today's video, what you're going to be seeing is my experience at the dealership and what happened and what services I was recommended and an explanation of those services and if they are really needed for my car at 35,000 miles or if this is just overkill by the dealership. And hopefully in the future you can use this information to help you make the right decision when they come to you and they say, hey, you should probably get this service. Maybe it's not really necessary. Let's go on in and talk about it.
Okay, so I brought my car in for the 35,000 mile service. And if you're not sure what services need to be done on your vehicle, that information is either in your owner's manual or it's in a supplemental guide like this. This is the owner's manual and this is the supplemental guide. As I say several times in this video, I have already paid for my maintenance through 85,000 miles. So every interval, it will cover everything that's listed in the required maintenance. Now, there could be something that needs to be done to my car because I'm reporting an issue or because the dealership sees an issue that would be outside of that I'd have to pay for. So let's start at the beginning after I pull my car into the garage.
See you right here. So what are we doing for you today, brother?
Just the 35,000 service.
35,000?
Yep, I paid for the service in advance.
Okay. Let me ask you this right here. Have you had a alignment on this yet?
All right, so you can see the first thing he asked about was getting an alignment. And he said that an alignment was required on my mileage. But in reality, it wouldn't have been paid for, and I would have had to pay extra for it.
I'll take one if it's included.
So it won't be included. It'll be extra, but they recommend every 15,000 to 20,000 miles.
Okay, if it's not included in maintenance, then
An alignment is a maintenance that's done to your car that will adjust the wheels so that they will be parallel and perpendicular to the ground. If they're not, then you'll notice wear on your tires, but my tires didn't have any wear on them. I also weren't pulling to either side. Here's what happened next.
So we did we did oil change to rotated tires. Are we going to do another oil change or we want to just rotate tires?
I don't think we need to do the oil change. That's every 10,000, right?
Correct.
Yeah, just the rotate of the tires. And like I said, I bought the 85,000 mile service thing, so whatever that includes, just feel free to do it.
Okay, so now he's asking if I want to get an oil change at 35,000 miles. That's interesting. Let's take a look at our maintenance guide here. Oh, I see. In this car, my hybrid, 2024 Toyota Cross Hybrid, oil changes are only done every 10,000 miles. That's specifically because you are using synthetic oil and it's a hybrid and the engine, the internal combustion engine, just doesn't run as much. So he's trying to basically get me to add an extra oil change. Here, listen to this.
Well, it's up to you. So, I mean, you can actually go ahead and bump up to do an oil change if you wanted to, but yeah, it's only 10,000.
10,000.
All right, so I agree. I'm not going to get the oil changed again right after 5,000 miles. It's just not required. Just be aware of your own vehicle and what's required. If you've got a newer vehicle, especially a hybrid, and you're using synthetic oil, you only need to change the oil every 10,000 miles. All right, let's see what's next.
So it is recommending performed balanced tire. That would be extra though. So this is a recommended package. This is your value package, and this is your basic package right here. So we want to just do the rotation.
All right, so here he mentions a couple times rotating the tires. Is that all we're doing? And yes, in general, that's all this interval really is. It's inspecting some things, but in general, the hard lifting is going to be rotating the tires. So he shows me a card that probably dealerships have where they go, now, you can choose to be basic or intermediate, I'm not sure what he called it, or, the specialty gold service. And they use that as a ploy because most people will look at the prices and then they'll just say they want to go with the cheapest service. But even that cheapest service is still an add-on from what's required. I don't need to get any of that, and this is what I told him.
So like I said, I shouldn't have to pay anything because I pay for all my maintenance up front. So nothing valued, recommended, basic, whatever's just included in the
just
package.
basic. Okay.
All right, so now I'm waiting for my car to get done. This shouldn't take very long, less than an hour to put it up on the rack. I had an appointment. But I get a text message while I'm waiting, and the text message says that there's more work that needs to be done to my car. Basically a fuel injector cleaner and an engine cleaner. I decline both these services. Why? Because first of all, they're expensive, $200, and second of all, they're not needed. If you refer to what this is on the internet, which is what I did while I was in the waiting room, I could see that this is something that's done if you have low mileage, if you're noticing a performance issue or something like that. But on a Toyota, especially a 2024 Toyota, the injectors are dual. In other words, the injectors are being cleaned while they're being used. A week afterwards, let's see where it's got in the big stack of things here, I get this. And it's from my dealership. Sorry, and it says that when I had my car in for service and I ignored some of the recommendations, and the recommended number one is an engine induction service, which is a little bit different words from what they said. But another thing they had on here, which I thought was real interesting, was they recommended replacing the tires. Now, this is something that was kind of a surprise because there's two ways that most people should decide how to change their tires, and this is how I decide when my tires are due. I first look at how much miles I've actually put on the tire. These tires are warranted for over 50,000 miles. I would have to pay about $1,000 if I needed to replace tires. They're expensive. It's a real adult thing, by the way, to actually replace all 4 tires at the same time. So I'm like, no, I don't need to do that. And interestingly enough, my dealership provides something called a multi-point inspection every time you bring in your car. And most dealerships do this. If you're a do-it-yourselfer, you're probably kind of laughing at some of this. But for those of you who go to the dealership, look for this little thing right here at the back. It's a multi-point inspection, and it explains everything that the mechanic looked at in the car. And what's interesting about my multi-point at $35,000 is it doesn't say I need any of this stuff done that they're trying to sell me. In fact, the top thing on the multi-point inspection is a tire inspection. And they specifically say that there's no damage to the tires. Tires have a little ridge in them. It's like a wear marker. And if the tread gets below that marker, that's when it's time to replace your tires. In fact, you should probably do it before that. If they've worn all the way down to that marker, you really need new tires. And so I looked at mine and they were fine. They still had significant tread left, but I did what's called the penny test, where you turn a penny upside down and you see if it goes as deep as Abraham Lincoln's forehead. And mine were just barely there. And in fact, in some cases, it looked like it didn't really quite have that much tread. I think I can get another 15,000 miles out of these tires between 35 and 50. When I get to 50,000 miles, I'll replace the tires. I don't know if I'm going to buy them from the dealership or if I'm going to buy them from a discount tire place, but I'll get 4 new tires once I get to 50,000. Another thing I use, it's on my phone, and it's free if you're interested. This is not an advertisement for it. It's the Carfax app, and you can download that for free, scan your VIN using your camera on your phone right into the app, and it will pull up everything about your car. If it's a brand new car to you, you bought it from the dealership, it'll be blank, and then as you get the car serviced, all the service information will fill in. You don't have to do anything. So it's a great way to track your maintenance, but what I'm getting to is I use it to measure my tires as well. It keeps track of my miles, and when I get to the life of the tire, which is about 50,000 miles, it'll say, hey, time to replace your tires. I recommend this app. It's really good, so I can just look at it and go, okay, I know what maintenances I really need. So one of the funniest parts to me that happened was in my video in the car, the service person had finished the work and they washed the car and detailed it a little bit afterwards. And he's kind of a little flipped out about the fact that I've got a camera looking at him in the face. Here, I'll just show you what he said. So he covers up the camera with the little sticker of some sort. And then as he's going through the car wash, the lights from the car wash make all this crazy camera effect. It was a little weird. And then he says this when he leaves.
Alright, vlog, we're back today with a new video of, I'm just kidding, because you're probably going to end up watching this and be like, what the hell? I personally don't like that your camera's in my face. That's why you got covered earlier. Later vlog. Peace.
So thank you for that. You're my official vlog person now. Hopefully I've masked your face sufficiently. Before you say yes or no, just Google it. Ask one of your favorite AI bots if this is necessary. Tell it the kind of car you have, your driving conditions, and it'll tell you. Thanks for watching. Sidekick Guy out.